Hey, Mark here, and Happy New Year. So I want to talk to you a little bit about setting goals. Every year people come around New Year's and they're like, I'm going to do a New Year's resolution. Everybody runs to the gym, they set up a diet plan, they set up a plan this way, but in the end, it's just a plan, it's an idea, it's a wish. And what really happens is that nobody really thinks about what did I do over the last 3, 4, 5 months? How does that affect me going forward? And so it's important when you're thinking about the new year of setting goals, of really sitting down and putting together a plan. Reflect on the past few months. Look at it. And then the other important part is you have to set up what is your future going to look like. As a CEO, a business owner, as a high-performing professional, where do you want to be? Where do you see your future self, your future business? What do you want to achieve? Are you looking at 2x, 10x? What is it? So you need to understand that the better that you put together your goals and that they're well defined and that you can measure them, right? So one of the things I've been using really well lately is OKRs, right? Objective and key results. Similar to KPIs, but I like it in the fact that I use it, and if you use it well within your company or within your family, they're transparent. I have mine up on my wall. My kids can look at it. They can give me feedback. My wife can give me feedback. I think that's an important part. You have to have those well-defined goals. They have to be measurable. And they have to motivate you, right? It has to motivate you. You have to motivate your business. That's an important part. And really, when you start to think about this, when you're doing your OKRs, you're going to set up your objective. So one of mine for my business right now is to build a group of CEOs by May 20th of 2024, right? I want to have 10 members in my group, right? New Haven area, small businesses, CEOs that are looking to have one-on-one coaching, peer advisory, monthly meetings where we can help each other get better results, better decision-making to have a better business. That's one of my goals. And so I've broken it down to what I need to do to reach out, what are the key things that I'm going to have for results over time, so I can look at that. I can make adjustments. I know exactly then how I can work backwards, right? Work from the end in mind so that I can start putting some things together. So look at that, look at what your challenges might be. In the past, there might have been a challenge in your way. It may be that you're a CEO on an island. That's a challenge. If you have nobody, right? When you're in a peer advisory group and you're brutally honest with someone else, but in a caring, right, trusting manner to help people look at their challenges so that they can grow, makes a huge difference compared to just being on your own going, I think this will work. I think this is or my team, right? A lot of times on a team, what do? That sounds good. They may not challenge you as well. They may not have those different perspectives from different industries that can help you. And then once you figure that out, you look at your challenges, your areas for improvement, setting up those clear objectives. What do you want to achieve? And then setting up those SMART goals, right? Specific, measurable, action-oriented, relevant, and time-bound so that you know exactly what you're looking at and what you're going to measure, which makes a big difference. And then outlining those results. I think that's the important part. I look at my goals every day. I have them up on my wall. I check them each day. I look at them. What am I trying to do professionally? What am I trying to do personally? Right? I look at what overall I'm trying to reach out to and get to. And so that's an important part. Now, in a business, right, you want to communicate those goals throughout the organization. People need to understand what they're working for. I remember a story talking about bricklayers. And, one bricklayer they went up to and said, oh, what are you doing? I'm just putting bricks down, right? That's all I do is I'm going to put bricks down and that's it. Another one said, oh, I'm putting bricks down to set up a foundation. But the third person they went to and they said, what do you see? He said, I'm building a cathedral, right? He had the big vision. He knew exactly how his part in this played out. And that's an important part for your employees. They need to know what part do they play within your organization when you're setting your goals. It needs to be clear. It needs to be transparent. And then along the way, you need to monitor and adjust, right? You may come along and you're doing certain things and you realize that you're not utilizing things to capacity. So you got to adjust a little bit. Or you had a shift because of something. So it's important to look and adjust from that end. So look, the other part I'm going to mention is that as you go through this, have accountability. Build that in, right? The peer advisory group is a great way to do that because it allows you to have accountability to your other CEOs that understand your role and position you're in compared to maybe your managers, your other administration team. So keep that important, but always make sure that your employees are engaged and connected to the bigger picture because they're going to be more motivated to connect into what's actually happening compared to if they're just siloed, they're not going to connect in. So you want to make sure you do that. So listen, make sure that you review 2023. Think about what are the key things that you want to accomplish, that you want to move up in the world. Define those goals, set up SMART goals, set up your OKRs, right? Your objectives, your key results, or your KPIs, but you want to make sure they're also transparent and people know it. You want to have them as part of your vision going forward, right? And take action. That's the most important part. Don't just talk about it, set it up and take action. Listen, if you're having trouble, you're stuck, reach out. I'd be more than happy to have a conversation. Happy New Year and good luck in 2024.